Even some of the simplest tools in the early stage of Yoga Nidra can help some of these soldiers and people who have PTSD begin to self-care and self-manage it, even though they haven't done I would say, the healing proper yet, which comes as we begin then to introduce them to the core emotions, the core beliefs, and begin to weave back in. If I might add, there's a really important piece that I think yoga really teaches us, and I think it's important for all psychotherapists, which is, and I would say everybody in general, which is as we do the body sensing and the breathing, and if we were, say, doing yoga practice, hatha yoga, breathing exercises, pranayama, meditation, it's helping develop a very deep sense of well-being in the core of our body. And if we can do yoga, getting away from competition, striving, trying to change ourselves, and do the practice as a way of evoking this deep innate well-being that I think we all carry in our body, and we can trigger it off with other feelings like self-empathy, self-kindness, self-caring, self-compassion, even a sense of joy or loving kindness. If we can bring these all together and build them into the body, anchor them so that a person with just one word or one sensation in their mouth or their hands can evoke this, then what we do is we start interweaving that into all their experiences. So say, I'm working right now with someone who's got tremendous grief over the loss of someone important in their life. As they're working with the grief, I'm taking time out to help them develop this core sense of well-being. And then I invite them to bring the grief in, feel the well-being, feel the grief, and then feel them together. So we interweave that so that in the later stages, as they start to feel the grief, they also feel the well-being and the feelings of love and caring. And so anybody who's dealing with anxiety, fear, any of these kinds of issues, self-esteem, I'm always trying to interweave that feeling of well-being that gets evoked as they're starting to sense those kinds of old feelings, and it creates a whole new learning. That's very, very practical skills that yoga brings in. And you touched on an earlier point about how accessible this practice can be. I think one of the challenges to us as psychologists in the Western world is to take these Eastern perspectives and in a way secularize them. Strip off the culture of India and some of the images and archetypes that I would say belong in a more Eastern culture, and really pull out of our own clients their own personal archetypes, imagery, emotions, colors, sensations, so that the practice is really given as a secular delivery, helping them discover who they are, rather than we're bringing a kind of a philosophical overlay onto them. I don't think that that's good. I don't think that that ultimately works. We're really, through the practices of like Yoga Nidra and yoga, helping pull out of the person who they are and their own particular path for healing.